So Jagex released a survey full of ideas on how to change membership, how much it costs, and what it gets you. The first thing that stood out to me was better account recovery options. These should have been in the game a long time ago. The complaints about Jagex support would be cut down significantly if they had implemented Real ID connected to your account for account recovery. So what this means is someone hacks your account or you lose the password or whatever, you email Jagex a picture of your ID, you holding it or whatever, and then they compare it to the ID linked to the account, and then you just get your account back. That simple. This is a really good idea, but sadly it's being suggested in the context of you pay more money for membership and then you get these additional features that should come standard with the game. Arguably, they should come standard if you have a lot of playtime, even if you don't have membership. Another suggestion was selling back to us features that RuneLite already has, like an extended AFK timer. We've known for a long time that some kind of update around RuneLite, either integrating it with the official client, which is probably what they should do, but more realistically, getting rid of RuneLite altogether and forcing people to use the main client. That's been an okay idea. It's been tolerable, I guess. I would prefer if they didn't do it, but it looks like that's the direction they're going in for bot busting purposes. It'll be easier to bust bots if they're all forced on the main client. This survey shows where Jagex's mind is at least the corporate side. It is realistic now to assume that when RuneLite goes bye-bye, we are going to see RuneLite features sold back to us. It's not a sure thing, but it's something that could come down the pipeline. Next is actually something pretty good. Dividing RuneScape membership and Oldschool Runescape membership. This means you're paying for RS3 exclusively or you're paying for Oldschool exclusively, and I think that's what most people would prefer because the way things are now, you're paying a slightly higher price for the option of playing RuneScape 3, which 99% of players who buy membership for Oldschool Runescape do not touch RS3 ever, and it's a complete afterthought that you can play RS3 as a member while your Oldschool Runescape membership is still going. So I think that makes sense. This survey is being torn to shreds by everyone I've seen review it. The Reddit is going insane. But that is the one thing that I can say is a good idea. Another thing that doesn't seem unreasonable is mobile membership being cheaper than the regular membership. This makes sense because people who play mobile games are used to cheaper prices. So $10, $12, $13, that could turn some people away when they're used to paying $5 for whatever game they play on mobile. So from a business standpoint, this one makes sense, and it doesn't look like it'll make anyone mad. One thing that I'm not sure about, it could be done well, but I'm not sure that it will be, is ads in free-to-play. These were stated as being non-intrusive ads, so if you're fighting a boss, you're not going to get a 15-second ad that you have to sit through. It would be an ad at the corner of the screen, kind of like how things were when we were kids playing this game. Because people were able to tolerate these small ads while they were kids, I would assume they would be able to tolerate them now, or they would be able to pay to get rid of them and it wouldn't be a big deal. The problem with this is people are used to playing the game, not seeing ads in free-to-play or pay-to-play, so the change is something that will definitely upset people. Now, how you could make this better is take the ad time people watch and make it cut down on the cost of your first bond. So if you watched $1 worth of ads, you get a mil, judging by current prices, a mil off your first bond. Makes things a little easier for free-to-plays to get their first bond and to get membership, because free-to-play right now, when you complete all the quests, all the content that you're willing to do in free-to-play, you should have about 500 to 700k coins worth of items, and a bond is 13-ish mil. So that's a huge jump. A lot of people just say, oh, I'll just buy membership with real money, but also a lot of people say, oh, I'll play a different game. I don't want to do this. This is annoying. I have to grind in free-to-play for literal days to get my first bond. So there is a problem in free-to-play that needs to be fixed. I'm not sure this is the solution. What I would suggest as a solution would be to implement half and quarter bonds. or lower tiers of bonds. Like you could have a silver bond and a bronze bond for 7 days of membership and 3 days of membership and make them significantly cheaper. I even drew some bonds. This took me like 20 seconds to do in Paint.net. Another thing I'll point out is I've watched a lot of interviews with Jagex employees, and some of them come from mobile games. They come from mainstream games with microtransactions. They go to the dev team and say, hey, in my last job we did microtransactions. Let's do it again here. And they get shut down every single time by every single employee they talk to. People will not accept microtransactions. This likely means for a lot of these ideas, they went to the dev team and said, can we do these? And they said, maybe not. These would make players mad. You can't sell people something they already have for free. No one's going to like that. And even still, we got a survey pushed through, which means the corporate team is on board for these ideas. No matter what the dev team has told them, they want to push a lot of stuff that should be free and a lot of stuff that is free right now for a price. That is not good news. I'm sure they said, this is just a survey. We're not implementing these ideas. We just want to see how people feel. But in doing a survey, you are revealing what the corporate office is thinking, what's being discussed. And good for the community, they got a resounding no, we hate this, we don't want to pay money for stuff we already have, this is terrible, no way. Let me tell a quick story about a mobile game I played. It's one of those pretty mindless games that if you put a bit of thought into, you get something out of it, but it's enjoyable as a mindless game. I played for maybe a week with the ads. You got intrusive ads that were annoying, but you could pay to get rid of them. Those ads, I paid to get rid of them, and they didn't all go away like I thought they would, because to get keys to do daily content, you can watch an ad to get more keys, which is strange and not clear when you're buying the ad-free version. So I paid to remove ads. It was tolerable. It was still a pretty good game. I went away from it for a month or two. I came back to it, and even though I paid to remove ads, they added intrusive ads in the middle of the game that you had to close the game to skip. That is such a slap in the face. That's not uninstall the game bad. That's not don't buy other mobile games bad. That's find out which company made the game and make a mental note to never buy anything from them again because they have absolutely ripped me off. That's the kind of thing that's such a scam. You're thinking, is this going to be a class action lawsuit in a couple years or whatever? I don't know. That's the kind of thing that can get a gaming company a bad reputation where people say, whatever they make, I'm not doing it because this company is a scam. This company is horrific. I'm not dealing with them. If the corporate side takes over and gets their way in milking the audience out of more money, making short-term profit but getting a bad reputation at the same time, we could see streamers leave the game for Brighter Shores or World of Warcraft or whatever other game they play. There are smarter ways Jagex could make more money if that's their rationale for this survey. What you could do is give sponsored links to bigger streamers to get more people playing the game and thus get more people spending money on bonds and spending money on membership with real-world money. For instance, if Alfie decides to take a League of Legends break, if he decides to take a WoW break, instead of people who watch other games seeing him playing WoW and just thinking he's just a WoW streamer, or they hear his main game is Oldschool Runescape, but he just isn't streaming it right now, there's really no impetus to go search out the game. It's just a factoid about the streamer. Give him a sponsored link and he has a reason to talk about the game and tell you why you should play it, use his link, and get your account set up immediately. Pay Alfie a bit of the money that comes in from people buying membership who found out about the game through his stream and used his link. That would grow the game, that would make everyone happy, that would incentivize more people to play Oldschool RuneScape and stream it at the same time. And it would also help streamer mental health. They don't have to stream Oldschool RuneScape for 10 hours a day or see their viewers plummet and their money plummet. They can get some money back by playing other games. I remember when Nightmare was first released, every streamer was grinding it all day and they just hated the game and were in a terrible mood because Nightmare was a horrific boss. Incentivizing streamers to branch out just makes sense for the company. You'll make nobody mad this way. That's all I have to say. Thanks for listening if you made it all the way through. I'll be posting a ton more content in the time to come. I have some niche bossing methods that I'm going to upload that I've never seen anyone else do anything even close to, so subscribe for more. Thank you.